Hello everyone, welcome my friends, welcome to my page, Grab Your Freedom, where I daily like to share important tips about how to start leveraging your income in the network marketing business. So my name is Antonio Norton, I'm a network marketeer, I'm an online coach. And today I would like to talk to you about 7 magic steps that you can put into action to quit inaction, to quit blocking yourself. Did you ever felt stuck, blocked, inactive, apathic, with low energy, frustrated, really not knowing how can you move forward and procrastinating all the time? Do you relate with these emotions, with these sensations, with these feelings? Are they part of your life, or at some moment were they part of your life? Well, they happened to me, and probably they happened to you as well. That's why I'm here to talk to you about 7 magic steps that can really, really make the difference. Are you ready for them? So here we go. Let's talk about step number 1. And step number 1 is really an important one. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Sometimes we like to postpone our duties, our tasks, because we want to wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect time, the perfect weather, the perfect hair, the perfect makeup, the perfect clothes, the perfect speech, the perfect feeling, the perfect context. We are surrounded. We can be surrounded, completely surrounded with excuses, and they can be really creative, and we can just think about lots of different kinds of perfection and of the perfect time, all that stuff. But the thing is, and we need to understand this, if we are waiting for the perfect conditions, it's just a trap that our fear created in us to not doing anything. For instance, now I'm doing this live video. I could be not doing it. I could be just watching TV or doing anything else. And I could just say to myself, hey, it's dark. I'm kind of tired, so I'll wait for tomorrow, and maybe I will do it tomorrow. I will be with a better look, so it's kind of late, low energy, though I will do it tomorrow. So, all these strategies that our fear creates in us to not doing what we want to do. So the thing is that there are no perfect conditions. We just have to take action. We just have to put ourselves into action, to take the risk, to grab the risk, and to really go for it. Just take the chance and do it like I'm doing it now. And like I highly suggest you and advise you to do the same. Just go there and just face it. Just go there. Just step out of your comfort zone. So don't wait for the perfect conditions. So this is step number 1. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Let's go for the second one. And it is think positive. Nowadays, we are flooded, completely flooded with ideas about thinking positive. All the books of self-development, they are all flooded with messages of thinking positive. And the truth is, it's really, really something that can make the difference. Because, when we are perceiving reality, we can perceive it in different ways. We can look at reality in a positive way, or we can look at reality in a negative way. And it makes a big difference. I can look at my day and see, hey, for example, today I made 4 leads, and I can look at in the negative side and say, Jesus, only 4 leads. Some of my colleagues are making 50 leads per day. Maybe I should quit this. This is not taking me very far. Or I can look at it and say to myself, whoa, 4 leads. That's really good. It's not bad at all, because I'm not in the level of my colleagues yet. And I'm taking steps. I'm moving forward. And this is completely different. And if I see it this way, it can make the difference, because I'm focusing on the positive. So I will just share with you a strategy that you can use it, and it can be worth it. It's so simple like this. Every time you are experiencing something that you feel that is somehow is not, is giving you difficult emotions, just grab a piece of paper and write down the positive and the negative side, and just write carefully the positive side, look at it, breathe to it, and let it come into you. And probably you will start to feel the difference inside yourself. What do you think of this idea? I think it can be really, really a great one. So why don't you try it? Maybe it can make the difference. Let's go to step number 3. Step number 3 talks about boost your self-confidence. And this is really, really important as well, because we all make mistakes. And the thing is, we should look at mistakes as experiences that can teach you something. Any experience is like a learning opportunity, and you can learn from it. And, you can be prospecting someone, you can be having a great conversation, and suddenly that person just quits and just says, hey, I'm not interested. And you can see it as a failure, or you can look at it and pay close attention and try to figure out what happened in that conversation that probably made the person quit. And this is a learning opportunity, because from that moment, you can start to change things in the way that you interact with your prospects, and that can make a difference. Michael Jordan once said, and this is really interesting, the famous basketball player, he said that he only reached success because he failed hundreds and thousands of times. So if you want to succeed, you need to fail. There's no way around. So, it's like surfing a wave. If you want to know how to surf, you need to fall. You will have to fall. And you'll have to understand and to balance your body in the way that your body can be, connected with the energy of the wave, and then you can surf the wave. It's the same thing. You need to fall. If you are doing network marketing, you will fall lots of times. It's just part of the experience. So just look at it as a learning opportunity and as a learning curve. So boost your self-confidence. And let's go to the fourth, which is focus on one thing. This is really important. Step number 4. Focus on one thing. And why this is so important? Because, and I also suffer from this because I'm a multitasking guy. I'm doing lots of things at the same time, usually. But the thing is, the research tells you that if you start focusing on or start to, doing many things at the same time, your level of acquisition of competence will decrease 40%. It's a big number, 40%. So it's completely different if you focus on one thing at a time and keep the focus there. Because if you spend like 2 or 3 hours working on the same subject and really making it a big progress there, you will have a big leap instead of 10 small steps. So it's really a big difference. So focus on one thing and keep it focused there. It will make the difference, believe me. Step number 5, reward yourself. This is really, really, really important. Look at the small wins, the daily small wins, and look at it and reward yourself. When we were children, we used to be rewarded by our teachers, by our parents, by our friends, by our siblings. And as we started to grow up, we started to be rewarded by our girlfriend, our boyfriend, and then by our husband, by our wife. But lots of people really, they don't reward themselves. And this is really important. You need to reward yourself. You need to say to yourself, hey, I made a good job. Yes, I made one lead. Yes, I made one small commission. Yes, I made this live video. Yes. And these are small wins, and they make the difference. Because if you focus on small wins, you are focusing your consciousness on small wins. And they become part of your daily acquisitions, of your daily goals that you achieved. And that's completely different. Because if you start to look at this as something that is not worth of being proud of yourself. Hey, I will only reinforce myself if I reach 100 leads. What happened? Probably I can get frustrated during the way, and I can lose my focus, lose my energy. And it's completely different if I, day by day, reinforce myself and support myself and say to myself, celebrate my wins. Say to myself, yes, I made a new lead. Yes, I made a new commission. Yes, I finished another training. Yes. This is completely different, and it will make the difference. Believe me. Let's go for step number 6. We are almost finishing our 7 magic steps. 7, sorry. So let's go for the step number 6. The step number 6 is avoid all distractions. We are living in a world flooded with vortic communication. You have the emails popping up, you have the messages popping up, you have the cell phone ringing all the time. You are flooded with different kinds of information, And this is happening all the time, all the time. Comes from this way, comes from that way, comes from that way. And you can get lost. You can get overwhelmed with so many information, so much information. And really, nowadays, I truly believe that it's kind of a challenge, to study, to be in the university, and to study and to get focused, or to be in a high school and focus. It's really a challenge. So as an entrepreneur, you need to focus. Because you are the boss of yourself, and you need to be demanding of yourself. So you need to focus. And let me give you a good advice. One of the best ways to focus is put your cell phone on the flight mode. And this will make the difference. It will help you, or put it just offline. It will help you keep your focus and quit distractions. So let's go for step number 7, which will be our last step. And this step talks about commit yourself. Never quit. Just continue, just continue, just continue. And don't give up. Celebrate your small wins and go forward, and don't give up. There's a great sentence from Steve Jobs that says that I'm really convinced that what made the difference between successful entrepreneurs and those who quitted was the perseverance. So if you preserve yourself, if you just fight, if you just don't quit, if you continue battling, hustling, just keeping on, things will start to happen. Prospects will start to appear. Leads will start to come. Sales will start to come. Because you will keep your consistency and you will keep it there. So let's just recap the 7 magic steps. Okay? Let's go for it. So step number 1, it's don't wait for the perfect conditions. Step number 2, think positive. Step number 3, boost your self-confidence. Step number 4, focus on one thing. Step number 5, reward yourself. Step number 6, eliminate all distractions. And step number 7, commit yourself. So if you follow these 7 magic steps, believe me that things can start to change. Let me look at who joined. Betty, welcome Betty. We are talking about the 7 magic steps to quit inaction in your network marketing business. And I just mentioned the 7 magic steps. So I will say it once again so you can know live here. It's a bonus because you are watching. Please say, where are you from? I don't know where are you from. I would like to give you a shout out as well from where you are. I know. So let's just talk about the 7 magic steps, okay? So here goes. Step number 1, don't wait for the perfect conditions. Step number 2, think positive. Think positive. Step number 3, boost your self-confidence. Step number 4, focus on one thing. Step number 5, reward yourself. Step number 6, eliminate all distractions. And step number 7, commit. Do you relate with this? Does it make sense to you, Betty? You can just write your opinion. I will gladly look at it, and we can chat a bit about these 7 steps, and you can add other steps that you believe can make the difference as well. And that's it. So one more thing, I will put in the text a great link that will give you access to a blog written by a colleague of mine in my company that writes wonderful articles. And he wrote a really great article that talks exactly about these 7 magic steps. Okay? So I will put the link there, and you can check the link and grab all that precious information. You can watch my video as many times as you want, and if you want, you can complement with a great blog, because it will give you useful and rich and valuable information. So this is it for now. It was a pleasure doing this live, and it's time to say goodbye. Let's look. Oh, 21 minutes. It was a big live this time. Okay, bye-bye. Take care and see you soon.